There is something wrong. I don't know what happened or what is going on, but I need help figuring it out. This may be my last chance. Here are the events leading up. June 28, 2020. It was a usual night. I arrived home from work around 7 pm, had dinner with my wife, and a few hours later, we were ready for bed. We were watching TV, and my eyes started to slowly open and fall shut at one of those late night infomercials played. There was a loud knock on the door. I jolted awake and looked at the clock, 11:52 p.m. Who could it be at this hour? I thought to myself. I passed by the TV, which had turned to static. I know I should have fixed that damn satellite, I muttered. I slipped on my house shoes and headed down the stairs to the door. One more knock. I'm coming, I said doggedly. I opened the front door. No one was there. The only sound I could hear was the old grandfather clock ticking in the living room. Hello, I said as I poked my head to look around. No answer. I closed the door and locked it. God, I must be so tired that I'm hearing things. I tried to convince myself as I rubbed my eyes. I eventually went back up the stairs and climbed into my bed. My wife still sleeping peacefully next to me. I drifted back to sleep. I woke up to my wife shaking me. Honey, wake up. There's someone here. There was an aggressive pounding on the front door, louder than before. It was continuous. What the hell? I exclaimed and sat up. I looked at the clock. 1:07 a.m. I angrily marched down the stairs. I pulled open the door in a hurry. Once again, no one was there. Look, I don't know who you are or what you want, but if you knock on my door again, I'm calling the cops, I shouted into the darkness. I closed the door and headed back upstairs. Who was it, honey? My wife asked timidly. No one, I think it's someone playing a prank. Let's just try to get some sleep, okay? I fell asleep with my arms wrapped around my wife. I woke up staring at the clock. 3 a.m. The pounding of the door began again. This time even louder and faster than before. It got to a point where it sounded like they were about to break down the door. My wife woke up screaming. Oh, you have got to be kidding me, I furiously yelled. I fumbled around for my phone and dialed 911. Suddenly, the pounding stopped. The only thing that could be heard was my phone trying to make the call. The floor above us started creaking. Someone or something was in the attic. The phone picked up. We are sorry, but the number you have dialed is not in service at this time. What the hell? The door to our room began opening slowly by itself. My wife started crying quietly. Something I couldn't make out due to the darkness crawled into my room and stopped at the front of our bed. It wasn't exactly human, but definitely wasn't an animal. I slowly made my way to the end of my bed, my breath and my body shaking. The creature stood up and I stumbled back. I was tall and bony with lanky arms, black eyes, long, sticky like fingers. It opened its mouth to expose jagged teeth and let out a shrill, ear-piercing scream. I watched in horror as it lunged at my wife, slit her throat. I still remember the sounds she made as she choked on her own blood. I will never forgive myself for not protecting her better. Oh my God, I screamed as I fell off the bed. The creature was focused, feeding on her body. I ran downstairs to the kitchen and heard it treating after me. I grabbed the biggest butcher knife from the holder. Not soon after the creature, I ran downstairs to the kitchen and heard it treating after me. I grabbed the biggest butcher knife from the holder. Not soon after the creature skittled into the kitchen, it approached me slowly. It leaned in its face only inches from me. As it sniffed me, I stared into its eyes. They were void of any life or human characteristics. The creature let out a scream as it lifted its arm to strike me. I began stabbing it over and over. It still screamed as the knife plunged in and out of its body. I dropped the knife, out of breath, and ran outside. I screamed bloody murder as I ran down the street trying to get anyone's attention. No one came to help. The neighborhood was empty. The door to every house was open, but no one was home. It's like they all just got up and left. All homes and businesses were vacant. I eventually gave up from exhaustion and headed back home. The creature was gone. I don't know where it went. The only sign of it was the black blood it left on the kitchen floor. It's been almost 2 weeks. I still haven't seen anyone. I buried my wife in the backyard a few days ago. I don't know if I'm stuck in a parallel universe or if I'm in hell or what. I just know that I need help. Please, God, if anyone is reading this, I'm stuck in this godforsaken town and I'm afraid it won't let me leave. I fear it may come back. Please, if you can help me.